Good morning, Anarchy. How are y'all doing? We are in the middle of laundry. Finally, I've dragged my butt all weekend on it, so yeah, we're finally doing it. Alright, I came across an article about nationalism, so I'm gonna call this Nationalism or Recipe for Disaster. First, let's look at the definition of nationalism. The movement of advancing one nation by its people. Now, how have we been trying to advance our nation? Technology, dude. Cars, the three great car companies. Woo-hoo. I'm in Detroit. I'm just south of Detroit. That is how America made America great. It was people like you and me that built these cars, put them on the roads, that made this country great. It wasn't the politicians. It wasn't these nuts or us loose running around with a noose and hoods and stuff. No, it was your average people. Now, I came across an article by Aleksandar Hemon. He's a Bosnian. He's also an American citizen. I guess he was born in Bosnia. And he lived in the Middle East while all that area was imploding during 1990s. It was awful, y'all. I mean, you just looking at these poor children and knowing that Madeleine Albright thought tearing that area apart was worth it. It's disgusting. Now, he equates all the crap that happened in Bosnia, between Bosnia and Yugoslavia, to nationalism. That's not nationalism, darling. That's genocidal psychopathic behavior. That is the result of greedy elites with an insatiable bloodthirst. That's what that was. Along with what we're doing in the Middle East now. That is the result of bloodthirsty elites that cannot get enough of blood. They can't get enough. Now, over the last couple of years, we've seen how Trump treats his wives. That was part of his argument, Alexander's. I agree. The way Trump has treated his wives is disgusting. He treats them like their property, and when he's done with them, he just disposes of them. I remember the first divorce with Ivana. Not pretty. The way he talked about the mother of his children, horrible. Horrible. And then the one with what the hell was Marla Maples was her name. The second one. I forgot it for a minute because she stayed out of the limelight. I don't blame her. There are still people who think like this. I call them idiots. Ironically enough, they all support Trump. Never underestimate the power of stupid in groups, okay? Now, to show how easily led these people that follow him and trust the plan. They were home, fuming and brewing in their hatred. Probably beating their wives. Oh, wait, that's Mexican violence and they're white. They didn't do nothing until he said hashtag liberate Michigan, I think Minnesota, New York, and Washington State were the three others. Anyway, here's the deal. This is MK Ultra mind control by CIA. Now, I'll get into that later on. The only difference between the 1950s up to like late 70s is they used LSD and other various narcotics. Where do you think all this stuff came from? Yeah. These people have been under this mind control via media, Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, whatever you name it, that's it. And I used to as well. Every morning, I would have a cup of Joe and watch Morning Joe. I get it. But I wasn't marching around and calling a governor, compare him to Whitmore, compare Governor Whitmore to a pharaoh, okay? I wasn't doing that. I was prepared to defend the honor of Obama. Of course, I grew up. I say it's two-bar scam for what it is. It's as George Carlin said, it's one big club, and I'm not invited. I don't want to be. My God, the horrible things they do to children now. One person purposely misspelled the word triumph with Trump. The freedom will trump safety and communism. Again, they don't know what the hell communism is. They have no idea how far down the fascist road we have been coached and prodded and pushed. So, I try not to be too hard on people because I know that this is what's going on. And now that I do know, I tend to be a little bit gentle and put my foot in their ass so I can nudge your head back on their shoulders. But there's only so much that you can do. Instead of him listening to doctors and specialists around him that he put in place and not stirring the pot as they warned him not to do, he's pushing, calling them good people. Very, very fine people. They're running around with guns, stupid as can be, and that's somehow a good idea. He's setting people up for a gun confiscation, is what he's doing. This is part of the bigger plan here. Now, I'm going to move on to the last article because I gotta go flip my clothes. Congress is sponsoring a stimulus bill that will be $2,000 a month. What the hell is the difference between a stimulus monthly of $2,000 to everybody 16 and up and a UBI? Not a damn bit of difference, people. Seriously, nada, nunca, nothing. It's the same thing. This would be money paid out to us instead of going to Israel or blowing up another country in the name of nationalism. Anyway, I will put the articles below, and I look forward to y'all's feedback. I always do, even if it's negative. Sometimes when someone says something, they might be, onto something, and they might just be full of hot air. I will see you guys later.